What's up, everybody? I am just sitting here just celebrating. We reached another 100 subscribers. We are now 200 subscribers away to 11,000. So we are almost there. So thank you all that have been subscribing to the content. So let's get into the show. Well, first and foremost, everybody been talking about Megan Thee Stallion. She got shot. We saw her with the bloody foot running on the concrete. Her producer that she used to be roommates with, he is still on social media responding to people. Pretty much got her all in the mess. He's the only one that's speaking a lot, but he's not. Okay, let me reword that. He's not the only one saying a lot. The blogs are picking up what he's saying versus what Kelsey and Kelsey's mother is saying. So let's see. On Neighborhood Talk, they got him right here. And somebody commented on his picture. I'm confused on how he knows what happened exactly when wasn't there. LOL, I doubt you are in her circle like that, or am I missing something, or are you just as clueless as us? Now, this is the Lit Jew Made the Beat, is a producer and friends with Megan Thee Stallion. Like I said, they used to roommate together. Okay, so he said this under that comment. He said, I talk to Megan every day. Then he responded, I was literally on the phone with her when I made the tweets. So the morning of that, with the shooting and all that stuff going on, and when she on her way to the hospital, he's alleging, well, he's not alleging, he's saying that he was on the phone with her while he made the tweets. But if you was on, before I get my comment, let me finish reading them. I don't want to move too fast. I want to take it slow. Then this person responded back to him, that's cap. You posted some stuff and deleted, hence why people are even saying anything to you. Nobody who was there is running their fingers on social media as well as you. Relax, my G. Then LeJew Made the Beat responded, you think you know every damn thing. I made 2 tweets. Kelsey and her assist who was there and Kelsey's mom have said way more than I said. Go do some research, sweetie. Now, all of this, I'm going to be crystal clear. You are literally getting Megan into the mess. You're making people come to a conclusion like, okay, and he also tweeted, count your effing days to Tory Lanez. So he's putting Tory in the mix and also putting out Megan. Now, my thing is this, if you really friends with Megan, if you really in her circle, if you really was on the phone with Megan Thee Stallion, I don't think that she will give you the green light to put her business out there before she put it out there. She didn't say nothing about verbatim, word for word, about Tory Lanez was the one that shot her. She didn't say anything like that. So for him to put this out, I'm kind of confused. And you say you're part of her team. I don't think Megan would tell you to go ahead and put this stuff out there. I'm just saying. I don't think, maybe y'all can let me know in the comments, because if I'm working with somebody, I'm on somebody's team, they get shot, bloody feet end up in the hospital with bullet wounds. I'm on the phone with them. Before I send a prayer out, I go out putting out a story and say, Tory Lanez, count your days, and also putting things out and deleting it. So posting and deleting, I don't have no respect for people like that. Stand by it. Put an address on it. Keep that address up. If you're putting something at somebody, don't delete the comment, because I think that's some weak, coward stuff to delete a comment. Don't delete it. If you got something to say it. Keep your word. And when I tell you this, if you big, bad, and bold, you will keep that same energy. Period. Period. Keep that same energy. Don't keep posting stuff and then you delete it. If you got some big, bold, and bad to say, stand by your word. Don't delete it. Because I have no respect when a person posts stuff and delete. That cringe under my skin. If you say you bad, you won't talk about count your days, how you want him to count his days, and you posting and deleting stuff. I'm not with that. I'm not with that, ladies and gentlemen. I may be wrong. I may be crossed, but I'm not with that posting and deleting. So that was in the blogs. Then we get Takashi, aka 6ix9ine, people would say. He's in the blogs because he want to take his baby mama to court for custody. Let me read what the neighborhood talk wrote, then I'm going to get my commentary. They wrote this. Looks like another case of baby mama drama. Neighbors, as we all know, Takashi 6ix9ine were recently released amid his 2-year prison sentence and has been topping the charts ever since. Although things seem to be falling in place for the rap star, is still one thing that haven't quite been resolved. According to TMZ, him and his ex-girlfriend Sarah are now going to court and in custody about over their 4-year-old daughter. The rapper's lawyer Lance told TMZ his client will be a part of his daughter's life one way or another. In a couple of weeks, when he is released from home confinement, he believed the simple way to make this come to fruition is to get the judge to make a court-ordered custody arrangement. However, the baby mother seems to think otherwise. She stated that 6ix9ine wanted to be a part of his daughter's life. There are many ways to do so, and he hasn't done anything to this day. She feels if he wants to be in his daughter's life, again, he got to pay or play by her rules. And this is what I want to say. First and foremost, you are in danger, Takashi 6ix9ine. Your life is in danger, okay? You are in danger. Why in the world would I get custody? You want custody of your daughter, and you got people that want to take you out because you snitch. You got to be stuck on stupid. A judge got to be stuck on stupid to give you full custody of that little girl, and this man's whole life and existence is in danger. He can't go nowhere without 20, 30 security guards. He literally was so afraid that he had to stay in his house. It leaked out that he was staying in this nice suburban area and he had to move because somebody put his address out there because he's afraid that the people that he snitched on, the gang, want to take him out. So why would you even put your daughter in danger like that? You talk too much mess, too much smack, and you want to be a father now? Like, no. You should have thought about that before you join the gang, and you should have thought about that before you snitch on them gang members. So no, I don't think that you should get full custody. What I think that you should get is visitation by, supervised visitation, somebody there watching you with a clipboard and a timer. Because there's nowhere in the world I want to see you have full custody over that child. Absolutely not. Because you are in danger. You can't go nowhere without an alias. You can't go nowhere without all them guards. You can't go nowhere without you getting fully searched. Period. I don't know what the world make you want to get custody of your daughter and you in witness protection. So your daughter got to be in witness protection, which you are literally in witness protection. You if somebody leak your address, you got to sneak out and move out at night. Get somewhere and sit down. No, you need somebody there. I'm telling you, with a clipboard, right in there, watching you, observing, getting little notes, and then a little timer. Once the little timer is up, then the visitation. Okay, Mrs. Takashi or Mr. Hernandez, your time is up. You in danger. What the world you want to talk about? Want to be a father? You should have thought about that before you try to rock with the gangs. You should have thought about that. You weren't thinking about being a father when you was out there rocking them streets. You wasn't even a real guy. Pretending to be a gamer. You was a gamer by mouth. You was that snitch on social media. Absolutely. This ain't the place, because if they can't get to you, who you think they're going to snatch up? Your daughter. So no, you should not get full custody. If I was a judge, I would have, when I look at that with them court documents or with that petition, I would rip it up and say denied. Because there's no way in the world when I can't see you being a father. You're in too much danger. Your name is too high. It's too much. And if it wasn't this pandemic, I think you ain't got too much time living the world that you're going. You live in a dangerous role, okay? Period. And then when you do visitation, it needs to be in a secure facility, probably like in a safe house surrounded by guards, because your life is in danger. And then you also put a target on your daughter's back. So no, I just had to say that. I don't know. When I read that on Neighborhood Talk, I was like, is he kidding me that he really want to do this? Is he really kidding me that he really want to get custody of his daughter and his whole life? He's in danger. Like, come on, it's a hit out on your life. I pretty much, I wouldn't even think that he need full coverage. Just think of it. You just need to see your daughter via Zoom, via StreamYard, or via Instagram video. You know how you can go video conference by on Instagram or Facebook video you or Zoom. But I don't necessarily see that you need to be around because your life is in danger. It's nothing around your life. It's just death surrounds your life and danger. So it's no way in the world I will put a minor or a baby in that existence. No way in the world. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now I heard that his baby mother is into like gang activity. It look like CPS need to be investigating that because the baby mama look like she be on the street up there doing some gang activity, so she need to be investigated as well. 100%. Mama need to be investigated, and Takashi 6ix9ine need to get away from children, and he need to be investigated for all the stuff that he's still probably doing to this day. Now, I am looking at another piece of this, and I want to get into this one because Snoop Dogg oh my God, how could I say this? Okay, Snoop Dogg is slinging that ping, and he wants he did this song, and I want it's a heartfelt apology towards his wife, the same wife he had cheated on and been slinging his ping on with everybody. So in this latest news concerning the infidelity, Snoop was accused of Selena Powell of creeping into her bed and smashing her to smithereens, along another long list of rappers. However, despite all the creeping and cheating, Snoop decided to finally apologize to this wife and pen her an apology via song in the song Don't Be Mad at Me remix with Freddie Gibbs. Snoop said, I'm tired of saying sorry for the same ish. Damn near lost my queen effing around with a lame B. Now, that to me, I paused because she wasn't so lame for you to stick she wasn't so lame for you to stick that wrinkle peen inside her. She wasn't a lame beat for you to been riding her from the front to the back. You know what I'm saying? So probably holding on, like stop. Probably getting her high, or she probably getting a contact of how much weed you smoke, and you're going to call her a lame beat, but she wasn't lame for you to sit there screwing her face and making her throat get swollen. Like, come on, stop. It's just like these men today, they really need to stop sticking that in the front and the back and swelling up her throat, because you know his wife probably ain't, she probably tired, probably ain't into all that. He deal with the youngers that love all that nasty runch. You can slap her around, call her a dirty beast. Like, you could say a lot when because you Snoop Dogg. So a lot of these young girls, you could do whatever to them. A lot of them young women could do whatever. You could slap them around, throw them around. You could do a lot. So it's a lot that you can do. So at the end of the day, well, my thing is this: calling her a lame B is like a lot. Let's not start with that. Calling her a lame B, you can get over it. I'm not with that because she wasn't lame for you to do it. But let's look at the song now. So let me see what in the lyrics. In the lyrics, he said, "I'm tired of saying sorry for the same ish." Well, if you tired of saying sorry for the same ish, stop doing the same ish. Damn near lost my queen, effing around with a lame B. What? Ashamed of myself because I shame you, good or bad, right or wrong. We always bang through. First of all, stop banging other women. Second of all, respect that woman because she was good enough for you to put your wrinkle seed all inside her, probably in her eyebrows, her eyelashes, probably all in her hair, probably in the front, in the back. And I heard that, you like it doggy style, like you like it nasty. That's what I heard. I heard that your wife don't do it like she used to do it like that. Now she got all bougie in Hollywood. She don't let you do it from the front and tell she got arthritis and all that type. I think one person said she got cramps all in her kneecaps, so she don't do it like she used to. So for you to do all of this stuff, I'm not really with it. I'm not really with it with these lyrics. Let me read a little bit more with these lyrics. And he said, BS went out the ES. You want to buy the mall? Let her on PS. Cars, purses, what? Diamonds, real ghetto love, 2-step. First of all, I really feel for your wife. I do feel for people's wives when men cheat like this. Because when they're a public figure, you walking around and you let everybody know, ooh, Snoop Dogg, my husband, and everybody know he's screwing every woman. And this is what gets me. With these men, they be trying to be so down with the culture about Black lives and this and with you respect the community, but you don't respect your own wife. You do not have no respect for your wife if you go out cheating with another woman. How? And this is why he disrespected Gayle King so bad, because he don't respect his own wife. Come on, like you doing this. Stop. And probably to this day, you probably only apologizing because sis that you didn't deed down, put that wrinkle peen in. She started singing and started talking because you ain't getting the check. Because they're going to talk. Once that money start to drop, they going to spill the beans. They going to talk on social media. They're going to talk on their YouTube. Because sis was singing all up on that YouTube channel, all up in the YouTube videos. Y'all are just the same. T.I., Snoop Doggy Dogg, DMX, all y'all, Jay-Z, all y'all really need to be more respected to y'all women. And y'all have beautiful women in y'all lives and y'all treat them like a dirty dish rag. But let one of them get the cheating. Let one of them get caught up in the scandal. Let them get caught up in the entanglement. Y'all gonna rather lose y'all breath. Y'all gonna want to fight. Y'all gonna want to go to jail. Let Beyonce go creep up with some other man and get caught up and with it, and it leaks out. Look how Jay-Z gonna look. But he could go out and screw, and him too gets in my spirit that he still do what he got to do too. He don't get no pass because he allegedly been doing some stuff too. And he admitted it that he been doing stuff. And Beyonce said, well, go ahead with Becky with the good hair. Somebody word, it was with a white woman. So we already know once he done with Beyonce, once she get all them saggy breasts and to get down to her kneecaps, we already know who he gonna cheat with or get remarried with, a white woman. It always happen like that. It look like when you become a billionaire, it look like it's in a billionaire contract to get with Becky with the good hair. As long as you poor and struggling, get with the black woman, it look like when you get upgraded to the powers that be, to the billionaire status, it's look like it's in the fine print. In order to be in a billionaire status, you must be with a woman. You must be with Becky with the good hair. It just got to be in the contract. It got to be, because it look at Michael Jordan. When he divorced his wife, he got all that mass, all this wealth. Who did he get? He got none other Becky with the good hair, and she was short, little skinny little thing. But look when he divorced that beautiful chocolate sister, he got with that show. But she got a coin though. That black got a coin. But that white woman, when he got with, she ain't stupid. She might have a prenup set up, but she doggone sure made sure she had some babies. So just speaking about all of this, it's just, these men be doing a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. I'm just saying, a lot of crazy stuff. But I'm just saying, look like it just looked like it's in the contract. Look like when you struggle, get with Keisha. But when you get the $1 billion, get with Catherine. Yeah, get with Karen. As long as you struggle with oodles and noodles, stay with Keisha, Catherine, and Pam. But when you get to the billionaire status, dumper, get you Becky with the good hair. That's what it looks like. It just looked like that's what it looks like. It just I received that. That's what it looks like. Now don't get offended. Please don't get triggered. I will have the phone lines open up. You can call in and everything, but don't get triggered. I'm just telling a joke because it seems to me every time somebody get big money, they always get a white woman with good hair. or quote unquote exotic. Okay, let me move on because y'all ain't about to get me. Y'all ain't about to get me. Okay. We got to get into Future. Future, aka the man with the peen with a lot of seed, and he don't mind spraying you with it. It look like anybody, it look like a little inkling of his seed touch a woman's womb, they get pregnant. But anyway, this man with these sunglasses, he covered his eyes up, but he needs to be covering up that peen, but he don't. But with a laser rain, is something going on in the news. Future is doing this. Now, I cannot believe what Future is doing, but let me read this article on the Neighborhood Talk. It's like he's trying to stop her bags. But this is according to Bossip. The rapper is now going after laser rain employers and demanding to know how much she's make from her social media partnerships. Rain is a brand ambassador for several companies and often posts ads on her Instagram page. A source say Future files more than a dozen subpoenas to companies that do business with Rain, an attempt to intimidate them into ending their work relationship. I don't understand this. And the internet with this. Now we're not sure why a person who doesn't want to pay child support wants to try to stop his baby mama bad. Who would like this to me is just foolish. Future. The only reason why you're doing this is because she went around, she put you on blast, but for you to go around with that ping, I'm not gonna call it a toxic, I call it the ping with a lot of C because you spray anybody with it. That want to ride on it and they get pregnant. Because you don't believe in, you don't like no rubbers. You know, you cover up them eyeballs with them shades, but when it comes to that long sausage, you just put it in there and boom, they get pregnant. For you to go and contact Eliza Reigns, Miss Reigns employers, or the people that employ her by giving her gigs to her Instagram, for you to do that is dirty and that's sad and pathetic. Let's just get her money. Now, if you don't want to play child support, why are you trying to take money out of your baby mother's mouth? If it's because she don't want your pain no more, like, come on. Like, I don't understand that. What kind of a dirty dog can you be to contact somebody's bag and try to get their bag snatched? Like, what is, I'm trying to understand, Future. Why do you want to snatch her bag? It's because she was running out. Sis did run her mouth. She said a lot of stuff about you. I read all these Instagram and saw all these videos that she made, but that still doesn't come to the point where you should be trying to snatch her bag or destroy her bag. They talking about, so he don't want to pay charges but doesn't want her to make her money. I'm like, is he slow? In the words of the queen, is he okay? Like, come on, like, God, like, and you the one that keep on having with these women. This would not have been a problem if you'd have kept your peen in your pants. You go out and you dip it in water and you be out there fishing and you be getting these women pregnant all the way over and over and over and over and over and over again. You keep getting up in the same situation every time. All is so simple. This is a simple antidote for you. Listen to me, Future. I hope you're listening. Keep your peen in your pants. If you can't do that, what best you can do? Chop it off. Because if you can't stop impregnating all the women, do one or two things: clip it, chop it, or pack it, or stop doing what you're doing. Because it's sad to see you having all of these baby mamas and you're not getting along with some of the baby mamas. You had Sierra, you treated her wrong. Now she's one of your baby mamas. I forgot how many baby mamas you got? 4, 5? I forgot. I done lost count. Let me send Future a voice note. Let me send him a voice note. Give me a second. I have to send him a voice note. Let me go and send him a voice note. Let me see. Let me send him a voice note. Give me a second. Let me send him a voice note. What's up, everybody? Make sure y'all thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Is this him right here? Oh, yeah, this him. Let me send him a voice note. Future, I don't understand why you up there trying to talk to your baby mama or trying to get her bag snatched. You know, you should just keep your peen in your pants. Nobody ever probably told you this, but I'm gonna tell you as a man, if you don't want to have these baby mamas, stop screwing these women and getting them pregnant. If you do want to get it on, clip it, get a Magnum. It's so many condoms out here. They would just give it to you, and they would endorse, and you can endorse some of these condom brands, right? But don't be trying to take money out of Eliza Rain pocket. Don't be trying to take money out of your baby mama pocket. You put your peen in her, and you put it in her mouth, probably her front and also the back door. Don't try to stop her money, okay? It ain't her fault that you got caught up with another. Well, half of it is her fault because you stuck it in it. You got her pregnant. But I'm not with you trying to stop her bag. Just stop screwing these women unprotectedly raw. Stop going in them raw. Put on a rubber. Put on it don't cost nothing but like $10 to get you the Magnum for like 12 in the box. And hold on. And another thing. Hold on. And another thing. Just because you this dope rapper and everything like that, that does not give you the excuse to treat these women wrong. They was good enough for you to screw them after your concert in these hotel rooms in the California King bed. They should be good enough for you to uplift them because at the end of the day, that is still your children's mother. And if you want your sons and your daughters to respect women, you must first respect their mother because when they look at you, it means a lot for your children. So don't have your sons and your daughters looking at you being disrespectful to their mother. So respect her. She was good enough for you to lick and lap her off for about 5 minutes. She should be good enough to sing her praises in the media as well in private. God bless you, brother Future. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I mean, if she good enough to do all that, and I don't give a darn because it ain't none of his business what Eliza Rain doing. It ain't none of his business what Eliza. If she want to have selling some Evabou, J'avoue, or if she want to sell Pangea wash, let's sell some J'avoue, Vavu, and some Pangea wash. It's her bag. Let her sell it. I mean, come on. Don't be trying to stop her bag if she want to go out here. Get her a bag and sell Pangea and Vavu. Let her sell it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Let her say it. I'm just keeping it real because stopping her bag, all you're going to do is provoke her to get back into spraying you on the internet. She's going to come on the Wiley Show probably. And, she's going to come on the Wiley Show and everything like that, and we're going to have a conversation. And it's a lot. And the reason why I came on this show, and I had to do it today because I was extremely excited that we're 200 subscribers away from 11,000. I couldn't believe it. And I said, I think y'all love the celebrity gossip. I'm really picking up traction. And I thank you because we do it our own style. Okay. And I had to leave Future there because Future need to hear the truth. Because he got a lot of people probably kissing his butt, kissing his peen, okay, and not really want to tell him the truth. Some people get around all that, they don't want to tell the truth. I'm not in the industry yet, not yet, so I can still drag him a little bit, but I gotta make sure I delete them voice notes when I'm making it to industry because them folks will be like, man, you left me that voice note. So I'm looking at here. I just said some black women like to claim anything but their blackness. Somebody said in the chat. So I'm just reading some of y'all comments because I had to do this video today. I was super excited to come on the show today and talk with y'all because it's a lot with those men, and between Snoop Dogg, between Future, and between Takashi 6ix9ine. All three of them are just they are dope rappers and dope artists, but as men in their women lives or not so good. So of course I had to just bring it on. They said Wendy Williams ain't called nobody, child. And then we had Wendy Williams called in. So that was wonderful. That is why the show grew another notch. Because we had Wendy Williams called into the show. I mean, it was incredible. I had a good time having her on the show. It was beautiful. It was an incredible episode yesterday. So if you all missed that episode, make sure y'all go back and catch the replay on that previous episode because it was definitely dope. It was entertaining, and I had a good time. So I listened to the episode. I was like, oh my God, I am extremely laughing at her because she was so mad and angry then anything I can imagine. She was really mad at Tasha K. And Tasha K, definitely, I know Tasha K was mad at me, probably upset with me the way how we were reporting on the news as well. So I had no doubt I had to listen to that whole entire episode. It was dope. I missed that. So if you missed that, make sure y'all go check that episode out. It was fun. It was incredible. We laughed. Actually, the time stamp, it was like sometime probably in the middle that we had it. It was an incredible episode. So I want to thank y'all for even calling into the show. It was great. So we're moving up. It's, you know, when people speak negative, like, oh, wow, you had 10,000, we're creeping up. So I don't get mad when people have some negative to say about Brother Wiley, because at the end of the day, as long as I know me, I'm going to keep on keeping on. As long as I know this show, I do what works for this show, and it works between the titles, between the content, and between the laughs that we have. This people are being attracted to the show. Even all the stuff they threw shade at us, we still had an amazing show, and the viewers are pouring in all over the country. Okay, so I thank y'all so very much. Somebody said, Tasha K is about money. I know she don't care about you. She said, why won my Patreon? I said, your last video on Patreon was July 4th. No, my last video on Patreon was on, wasn't it July 4th? We just did a video on what day was that? The 13th? I think that was the 12th or the 13th. It was the 12th or the 13th. You probably got to refresh. We just did a video on the 12th or the 13th. We just did a video on the 12th or 13th. Or we try to at least do like one video a week. So yeah. So you got to update it. You need to update it or refresh it, because we did one. Because we had Excusa with Brianna on there. With Sunday, yeah, we had one on Sunday night because we had Brianna on the show, which was great. So if you all missed this, you know, another thing I want to say before I go between Megan and Stallion, I really feel bad, but I think Sis is a liar. And the reason why I call her a liar, I was listening to Millie from my radio, and she came, and I was laying in my air mattress, not on my air mattress, not in. And she was saying that, you know, if you had any gunshot wounds, the hospital is by law, they are bound by law to contact the police if you have a gunshot wound. Like if you have a gunshot, if they remove a gunshot wound, a bullet from you, that they have to contact the authorities. So they was like, if she really had bullets in her body and that had to be removed from her foot, why haven't the hospital notified the police? Nothing. Even TMZ was not even notified for that. So she was saying, now what I think probably they had to remove was some glass, but I don't think they had to remove no bullets. So that was a beautiful point that Millie from my radio had brought up. And also too, I was listening to Millie from my radio today, and they were talking, and so they got a video about the incident on the Citizen Report. It was something on the app called the Citizen Report app, and the Shade Room wanted one of Millie's supporters to DM them the video. So they wanted the video. It was some video with Megan outside that some exclusive video that nobody had, her getting in the ambulance, and they wanted the video for their page. Now, the reason why they didn't want to get it from Millie, because Millie put on Malago Graham, at watermark all on her videos. She put her watermark on her videos. She put her watermark all on her content. So, of course, they didn't want to get it from her because they put the watermark. You know, me, I'm still learning how to put watermark and stuff on there. I'm still learning. So most of my stuff you can just snatch because I don't know how to put my watermark on it. Somebody said, smile, Millie, the judge, jury, and lawyer, doctor, etc. How y'all know the police didn't take the report? It's none of our business. Well, it is our business. First of all, Diamond, it is our business because it's public. You can only say that it ain't our business if they kept it private. Once it become public, it's everybody business, period. Once it become open, where the world can see, it's all of our business. So when people say, "Oh, it ain't none of our business," no. Once it's out there, once Megan puts her statement out there, once TMZ put whatever they put out there, it is our business, not our business to know everything. Yes, it is, because those are public figure, and I respectfully disagree with you, Don. It's public, so if it's public, it is our business. I'm here for it, regardless whether you want to believe it or not. Because you may not like Millie, that's your business. That's what you got to take, okay? But I like Millie, and again, she came up with a good point. You may not agree with it, but it's a great point that I believe in. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Great show. Great show. I agree with you. It is definitely our business. After Megan made a public statement about it, and she essentially, the tabloids was reporting that she had got cut, and she made a public statement to state that no, she didn't get cut, she got shot. So it is definitely our business. It is even more our business because the police stated that Megan never reported being a victim or being shot. That's more troubling. What's also puzzling is that Megan did not go to the hospital via ambulance. Megan claims she went to the hospital via the police. A police officer cannot take you to the hospital, okay? The hospital will not accept you if you're not coming in through 911 via ambulance, or if your family member is taking you. What police officer is going to ride Megan in their car with a bloody foot when the ambulance is on the scene?
Right. And there was a video, Millie's, that they said you saw her get in the ambulance. So that was a lie when she said the police take it. I just think Megan cooking up this story to make her look hood or to make her look like the victim, right? So
and then
go ahead.
Right. And then here's the other thing, right? She's saying that she was a victim and somebody intentionally tried to harm her, right? So if the person is Tory Lane, the police got you all pulled over, helicopter's there, he's face down. Why aren't you stating that to the police? Why aren't you saying that you're a victim? Why aren't you crying wolf? Why wasn't he arrested for assault? Mm-hmm. Why do you wait several days later to get out on social media and then you blindsided the police because the police said that, hey, you never made this complaint to them. So the incident happened on Sunday. You jump on social media. On Saturday, you jump on social media and you give this long post. And then, when sources go back to the police to find out what's going on, they said that you never reported this. So if you was truly a victim of a crime, why didn't you report that to the police? And if somebody truly shot you, why wasn't that reported and why the police don't know? Because Millie is right. If any person is shot, if you shoot yourself or if somebody shoots you and you go to the hospital, by law, the hospital definitely has to contact the police. That is the law. So she was absolutely 100% right on that. And also by law, that the hospital is not going to, like, if, for instance, if she got shot, right? Police is not going to ride Megan around with a bloody foot when the ambulance is right there. That don't even make any sense. That's the purpose of the EMS, is for them to come and take care of her and take her to the hospital if she wants to go to the hospital, or if she have a family member to pick her up if she says she don't want to go. If it was a gunshot wound, they would have automatically took her to the hospital via ambulance versus a cut.
I feel you on that, but I've had some former police officers DM and say they will take her to the police to the hospital if you're shot, if the ambulance is not there or if not on the scene.
If they're not there on time,
okay,
and you're bleeding out and it looks like life threatening, then maybe they'll put you in a car. But other than that, the police is not going to put you in the car. Like anybody that gets hurt, you see that the police has to call EMS to come out to the scene. That's why a lot of times whenever there's a crime that's reported, you see the police come out with the EMS if somebody is stating that they was hurt. Because the ambulance is the one that's going to have to check the wound. They have to see if they can tame the wound, the bleeding and everything. And then, they're going to ask her, do you want us to take you to the hospital? Depending on how severe or how severe the injury is, they're going to ask her, do you want to go to the hospital? If she say no, she don't want to go to the hospital, then they can't force her to go to the hospital because she's coherent. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I know she went to the hospital, And because Millie from our radio posted a video of her getting in the ambulance, right? So with that concludes that it wasn't the police, because Megan's statement, I'm going to reread it and reread the statement. So if people not understanding what she wrote, let me see. Hope she ain't deleted, because you know how these people post and delete stuff real quick. Let me go to it. Let me read it. But go ahead. Your other point. So
no, you definitely can refuse the EMS. That's not what I'm stating. You can refuse the EMS. But what makes logical sense for Megan to refuse the EMS and for the police that is supposed to be going to be responding to other calls, for them to put her in their vehicle and take her to the hospital when there's a paramedic, there's an EMS that's right there on the scene.
I feel you on that.
That usually don't happen. Like usually if the police is taking you to the hospital or something like that, that's once you done got to the police station and you're getting ready to get booked and checked in, and then you have some issues or you're complaining or something, then the police will probably take you to the hospital.
Because this is what she wrote
on the scene.
When Megan wrote, which was yesterday. She said, I was never arrested. The whole experience was an eye-opener and a blessing in disguise. I hate that it took this experience for me to learn how to protect my energy. Now, this was her statement. The narrative that is being reported about Sunday morning's events are inaccurate, and I like to set the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intentions to physically harm me. I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. I'm incredibly grateful to be alive and that I'm excited to make a full recovery, but it was important for me to clarify the details about the traumatic night. I'm currently focused on my recovery so I can return back to my life and back to making music as soon as possible. So as you can see right there, she said police drove her, but Millie posted that video that she was getting ambulance. So it's a lot with the story. I can't wait till more official reports come out, but this story is confusing me every single day.
Right.
Because even when she was reporting on it, she was like, well, they changed the address of the scene, put a different address, because they went on the Citizen Report, some app where any crimes that go on, you can see in an app. So it's a lot with this that I feel like we don't know too much. We don't know. We know some stuff, but it's like key pieces are missing from this puzzle.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of, like you stated, there's a lot of missing points. Megan is not being transparent, nor is the best friend. We haven't heard a word or a peep from Tory Lanez. So I think for some reason, something is being covered up. For whatever reason, because if you're a victim of something, I don't understand why you didn't report that at a time when it happened. You know what I'm saying? If he was the one that harmed you, why were you in the vehicle? Shell casings was found outside of the car. Why were you in the car with him? And then if the police is there to protect you, why didn't you say, listen, he just shot me? Why? I mean, like, a lot of stuff don't even make sense. And then her friend girl was the one saying, Megan, are you okay? Which makes me believe maybe the friend girl accidentally did something to her. It doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't seem like they're being transparent. Megan basically says she just want to get back to her life. Like she's over it. But how can you be over such a traumatic experience where you feel like your life was in harm's way and somebody that was close to you was threatening your life by intentionally causing harm to you?
Right.
Because based on that post, she just said she's just ready to get back in the studio. She's just ready to get back to work.
But I want to say this too. She ready to protect her energy because she's embarrassed because she keep hanging around these bad people that's doing her wrong. So I just think that she now noticing, even Erica Banks called her out, that, you know, rubbing elbows just to be likable. I think now she's getting it that I'm a hot artist and people want to take my spot.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is that if somebody, she's still following Tory. If somebody so close to you caused harm to you, why wouldn't you let that be known so that you can move forward in life? What are you trying to cover up? And then you got the people around you that's pointing fingers at Tory Lanez, but you haven't even said anything.
Right, I feel you on that. Okay, all right. So
that That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But to me is his people put out a statement to people and said that he was protecting Megan. But then Megan Thee Stallion roommate and producer say, don't believe that is, count your effing days. He wasn't protected. So he's confusing the matter more, and he's credible because he works with Megan and they used to be roommates.
Exactly. But then Megan then come back out and said whether the guy was telling the truth or whether he was telling a lie, as well as she ain't come out and said whether it's true Tory Lanez was trying to protect her or whether or not it was a lie. She just put out a statement and pretty much is stating, hey, look, this is what happened, and I'm moving past this.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
Her statement doesn't have enough information. She haven't divulged enough information.
Well, thank you. I'm going to get a next call on. Thank you for calling in.
All right, Wiley.
Okay. 8018, you on the air. And people, let me say this. Do not come here and name drop other content creators other than Mob Radio. If we ain't talking about these other content creators, don't come name dropping them, okay? Okay? Because I'm not going to drag them. Y'all just want to put me in a beef with these people. Because when I drag them, y'all going to be like, oh, no, don't. All right, go ahead, D1. This you?
Hey, Wiley. Hey, Chad. It's some of what she said was, a lot of what she said was true, but, you know, it varies from state to state. But I will say this, there are times that officers do transport people in their cruisers to the hospital. And I'm sure that there are people in the chat that have seen it. And if you haven't, I was there. So in the past, I have transported people in my cruiser to the hospital. It depends on what the injury is. In a case like this, I don't understand why she didn't. A part of me does understand why she did not want the ambulance to take her. The police go in through a separate entrance. At times we can. There's an entrance for prisoners. And if there's someone I don't know that's been arrested in the chat before, maybe you know. But in where I am, there's a separate entrance. We wouldn't take prisoners in through the front door. You take them in through the entrance that is deemed for prisoners. In Megan's case, I can't see them taking her in through the front door and knowing that, of course, when you make the call, you call 911, the dispatcher answers. The dispatcher is either with the police or the fire. The first thing they say when you call, they say police or fire. Then the average citizen is just going to start talking on the air. Such and such was shot. My friend was shot. They ask questions while they're typing information in. Do you know what direction in? Is the person still there? It's a lot of things that the dispatcher does ask while they're steadily sending information through. So
can you get some information? Can you go and try to scoop us some information?
I can't hear you.
I said, can you go and scoop us some information? Do you got some connects? So law enforcement connects in California?
I don't have no connects on that. You know, it's this East Coast. That's a different thing. You talk about West Coast. You trying. Look.
Go ahead.
Stop it. So once you call, and if you've ever called the police, which I'm sure majority of us have, and they say, police or fire. Once you give the information, you're setting off bombs again?
Go ahead.
Once you ask the information, they direct the call. They send information to the fire department, and then they send information to the police. Once it goes to the fire department, they have a separate dispatcher that dispatches it out to the ambulance and the fire, ambulance and fire. Then on the police, they dispatch it to them. But the same story, it's pretty much the same story when they get it. More than likely, she didn't want to go in the ambulance because she knew as soon as they pull up, it's going to be people out there. And more than likely, she was embarrassed. I don't know.
Right, but she did go by the ambulance. She did go. I'm going to say allegedly. It was a video. Did? It was a video that said she went. We don't know that because I didn't really see nobody else post. Millie was posting it. but nothing like TMZ, and not to say Millie not credible. I'm just saying no other source have put that out that she was in the ambulance and the ambulance drove away. And I think TMZ posted another video, if I'm not mistaken, of the bloody footprints. To me, is it correct if she had any bullets inside of her that the hospital had to report that to the police? Is that correct? That
Her a report. It's a report. There is a report. More than likely, if she has an entrance and exit wound, because that's more than likely what it was, an entrance and exit where it did not break any bones. It could have just went straight through, and they probably, of course, just patched it up, and she was able to go home maybe a day or two later. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but she went home.
Yeah, because she did went home, because I was like, but it's not a time frame. They don't have to report it that night of. It's like it's whenever they do.
No, she probably, because when you get on the scene and you ask a gunshot victim what happened. A lot of them, especially if they don't want to get anybody in trouble, if it was somebody standing nearby, they don't want to say who it was. I don't remember. I just need to go to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. You don't know exactly what she said, but best believe, because of who she is, they are doing they're doing some form of a report was done, and an investigation is being conducted, because everybody's going to want to know. The report just hasn't been released yet, because there are two reports. There's a report that initially goes out where if a citizen comes in, okay, I was shot on this and this and that day, I want to report. There's a report that is, the statement is very brief. It tells such and such black male was shot, da 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 da, and that's it. But the secondary report goes fully into detail. You can't get that.
So, because in here, one of the producers wrote, Faith, she said, no, the video did not show that she was in the ambulance. They were standing in between both ambulance, and one ambulance had doors open, and she did get it. Okay, so it could possibly be that she went by a cruiser. But whatever, if she went by a cruiser or not, I'm just trying to see who shot, when the gun went off, who was that person? Who shot Megan? Or who gun was that? We know that was Tory. Now, did Tory shoot Megan? That's the $1 million question. Not how she got. I think that's how she got to the hospital. Thank the Lord, praise the Lord, she got there, right? But I want to know who put the bullet inside her, or how did the glass, or what was the altercation that made glass get inside that foot?
Exactly. I think it's a lot to this story, because anytime, and don't think that the police are not looking at blogs and looking to see who posts what, because the best friend's mother, as you reported on, made a post. Don't think that they're not looking into all of this, because they're going to piece it together, whether Megan, Tory, or the best friend wants to tell exactly what happened. But if it was an accident, I would expect her to just say, look, this was an accident. It was an accidental discharge. If, excuse me, before they roast me in the chat, if that is exactly what happened. But I hope that she stops pointing this narrative, I was a da-da-da-da, this and that. Why don't you just tell the police what happened? Because they're going to come back, and it is going to get in the public.
Yes, like that's what I'm saying. It got to be something that's going to mess up her career or embarrass her, because for her to not say it is something. Maybe it's a no snitching she trying to live.
I don't think it's going to mess up her career.
I think it's the no snitching. Her
career is going to keep going.
I think it's the no snitching
people
policy.
Are like,
because you know how they roasted Takashi.
Why are you around Tory Lanez?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you around Kylie Jenner? Every time somebody go around them Jenners, they, that's another story. Well, that's another time. But anyway,
I hear you. But in the point is, Kylie ain't in no bad press. Nothing was reported. But it's like Megan. My thing is this: it could be street code that she don't want to snitch. Because if she snitch, you know how Takashi, they call him snitch now, and they don't want to call him the Stallion snitch, the snitch. Okay, so she probably don't want to be that.
If you're In this case, what are you saying? Ain't nobody gonna get no time off of this. If it happened in the car, they gonna Wiley, they gonna piece this together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's gonna be, all three of them are gonna be even more embarrassed.
Come on.
When it comes out.
Yes.
There's no way. If you think that they don't already know, I know some police departments can investigate their way out of a paper bag. But if you think LA is gonna sit there and let this go like that, let this go, and you got TMZ and all these bloggers such as yourself, Tasha K, all these people talking about it, and they're looking at the police are always, let me tell you one other thing, the police are always looking at Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you know, they're always looking. What makes you think they're not going to find out?
I feel you.
It's just going to make bloggers bigger.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome, Wiley.
All right.
Hey, Wiley.
Yes.
Wiley. Wait a minute. Now that I'm on the line, now I can be a little ratchet. What the hell you mean earlier about the men going toward the saltines? What was that comment?
No, that was like, why is it like some men get this type of spirit of when they get the money, billionaire, they go get Becky with the good hair. I don't know why is that, but even like these basketball players, they'll deal with you coming up, and then they get with somebody else. You know, I see that a lot. I'm like, why is that? Maybe I need to interview some
because
basketball. Okay, yeah, and I think that's like a conversation that we do need to be had.
That's a separate conversation, but I will say this: when they end up getting divorced, them saltines, or as 50 Cent says, when he was growing up ugly, dirty, as they say, on the street, snatching and robbing, them saltines and exotic women go for the jugular vein.
I feel you on that.
The black race is one of the most forgiving. We are even black women. We'd be like, okay, all right, you need to do your part. In Future's case, he insulted her highly. How you gonna give her $1,000? That, are you crazy?
Yeah, that was. And then you trying to take money out of her mouth, out of her family,
out of her mouth.
Yeah,
so his face. She gonna stick it to him now.
I think that
we're gonna save that to another. Yeah, you already know. We gonna save that one.
Okay.
All right.
All right now.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Lord. Okay. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I had to beg you, please. Go ahead. 2637, call you on there. You live on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey, long time no
How you
here.
doing? Okay,
Long time.
I know. Wiley, listen. Huh?
Where you been?
I just want to say this really quickly.
Okay.
When I didn't, because you are my source for celebrity news now.
Okay.
You and like a couple other blackers. So I mainly find out things through you. So when I seen that you did the video I watched, you had the schedule live. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And I went and watched some other people's videos, and then now I'm hearing what your comments are. I'm thinking this is what happened. First of all, no woman is embarrassed of having any kind of man, because at this time the selection is so bare. You know, they're gonna take it, and most women know short, skinny men. I don't know about 5'3" because I'm 5'5", but short, skinny men have a third leg and it's very fat. You know what I'm saying? So that's most women's experience that I know of. I don't know every woman, but the ones that I told, the majority. So anyway, when has the police ever covered anything for black people? That's what I want to know. I want to know case, time, reference point. That's it, because they're not going to do that. So what I believe, now that I'm getting more facts to the story, is that being that there is a video put out there, the police ain't taking her in no damn car to the ambulance, because you know why? That's a lawsuit. And the police cannot check an exit and wound injury. But what can they do? They have experience in checking that people have gunshot residue. They don't have experience of
entry and exit wounds. They have to wait on a medical examiner to tell them that the person's dead or if they're alive. They have to wait for the hospital. So that's what they truly believe. There's no way they're putting them in her car because she can easily sue, her family can sue if something happens along the way. Let's not act like the police is best friends with the Black community. So they would never take that risk, especially LAPD, because they in the top 5 of the worst history with Black people. So I don't believe for 1 second we can trust any police officers to give us advice. What we're going to have to do is get to the streets and get to the video. So I'm riding with the person that got video footage. You know what I'm saying? And we all know Hollywood lie, and make stages. But what she ain't ashamed of is having a man, regardless of the height. You know, because some tall women is into that, but it depends on what he was working with. But Tasha said wasn't that. I don't believe that. I have to see the pictures for myself that she said she saw. But anyway, that's all I can even say. Don't trust no police. Police ain't putting no Black women, especially no famous Black women, in the back of their car, because that's lawsuit ready to happen if her toenail turned Black. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna do that. They not covering for Black people, especially not a celebrities made numerous posts about how they made a hip hop police just to investigate them, no matter where in the world that they are. So I don't think they're gonna cover for Tory. I think if she was shot, Tory would have been at least took her to the station questioning, where they would have asked him to
because the caller that we had on is a former police officer. You know, they served as they've been a police officer, so they've been serving the community.
Well, they have never served Black people, you know, in my opinion. And I don't. And unless you, that
caller that just called in,
your own community.
That caller that called in is a former police officer, so they have served. They was just giving different protocols. Mind you, it's different from every jurisdiction, but she was giving her opinion.
But you know, a lot of former police officers got formed because when they got out of their uniform, they wanted to peers that are officers shot at them, arrested them unfairly. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff. So. And then they want to sue. Look at the majority of the lawsuits, and they bring up the fact that how they know that they was being unfairly treated because they did it themselves on the job, but they didn't have no problem with it until it happened to them personally. So I don't care if they retired on the force. I don't care what they are.
But D1. She called in. She was a police officer for a long time, for over 20, 30 years. And
okay, sorry, D1. I didn't know that you took my D1, but you know, to be honest, it doesn't matter because, like I said, she said that the officer stated that they had a exited entry wound. How can an officer do that? The officer don't even have to have a bachelor's degree. You could become a police officer with a GED and 18 months in college. And I don't even think the curriculum is thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why we want the police officers to get funded by law so they can stop acting on emotions when it comes to Black people. So you know what I'm saying? Their education is not that high to be a police officer. That's why they cannot make medical statements such as entry and exit wound. But they can assess if somebody had gunpowder on their hand. That's all I wanted to say. You have a good day, Wiley.
I feel you on that. You have a good day. Okay. Wow. Please. Oh. Wait a minute. She says, say, well, okay, D1. All right, but I'm like, what? Why y'all doing that? Oh, wow. The number. All right, D1, what you got to say? What you got to say?
Wiley, I'm not like that because you know what? I like the producers. Wait a minute, hold up. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm not messy. Wiley, if this was people coming from other channels coming at the producers and you, it would be a different story. But I'm not even like that.
I mean, because you are a former police officer, so you were giving your experience.
Everybody, Wiley, I'm not to the caller. Look, I love the producers. Y'all know how I am in the chat. It's all about fun. I'm no longer with MPD. I show my face on here. There's nothing to hide, but Everybody's experience is different. Every state is different. In the District of Columbia, you do have to have a degree. Yes, I have a degree in English. Yes, I do. You have to have a degree to this day in DC. In Maryland with state troopers, you have to have a degree. Firefighters, you don't have to do that. And even if you didn't have one, even if some states don't, you don't have to do that. But even if you didn't, it doesn't mean that that person, that they don't know their job or they don't know what they're doing. A degree is nothing, as we see, but a piece of paper. And when I was on that job, let me say this, I took that badge, I took my gun off in that uniform and put my clothes on, my street clothes, and the way that I was, because I was a community officer and I worked in the hood, and this is no lie, for 20 years. I show my face. There's nothing about me. Of course, there are things, I'm not going to tell all my business, but I worked in the hood of DC that is still here in existence. And DC, even though it's a small city, has some of the worst hoods. And I chose to be there because I love my people. That's why I chose to be there. Just because, and I'm not trying to go too far off topic, but just because an officer has to do their job does not mean that they're like the officers that are out here doing crimes. I'm not like that. Whether people choose to believe that, I don't care. I'm here supporting Wiley and the producers. I don't give a damn about nobody else. And I love all the producers, even the ones that don't agree with me. We can agree,
but you would give me your opinion.
And
I do believe that if a person was shot in the arm or the foot or something, the ambulance can get there.
If it was an exit wound, you're not even an exit wound for real. This is based on what I saw. Let me say this again. This is just an opinion, and this is just from what I saw. I'm not reporting on Megan. I don't know what happened in the car. I think we're all saying, this is just a theory. We're all just coming up with different theories of what could have possibly happened and why she is not choosing to speak out. And why, when she did speak out, she said what she said, because she's saying, of course, she was the victim. She was the victim because she was shot. But that doesn't mean that she was necessarily somebody was after them, as they, some people are saying, because we don't even know that that's true. You still have to wait for the investigation to be conducted. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not throwing shade at nobody. If, like I said, if they was coming from somewhere else, you know how they come over here with that mess. That's totally different, but, and I respect her opinion. I respect her, but I'm just talking about what I saw. And I know you probably being messy, Wiley.
I'm not being messy. I promise I'm not being.
You are. I know you.
I'm not being messy. I'm sitting here listening.
Caller, I understand. I understand beautiful, because I call everybody beautiful love. I understand beautiful. We're not even disagreeing. We're just saying that, they're different theories. And I was just speaking upon what I saw in my field, in here in the district. That's all I was speaking upon. I wasn't speaking upon Megan, and not all of us are the same. There are some dumb officers out here, but not all of us are dumb. That's all I'm saying. Take care, beautiful. And Wiley, you keep being messy.
Well, thank you so very much for calling in. I mean, how she got there, if she got there by foot, if bloody foot, or by or a Uber, I'm glad she got there. That's all that counts.
We all want to know what happened. That's the biggest thing. Everybody wants to know what happened, because my thing is, when the friend's mama is mad, what the heck happened? Because the friend's mother is mad. The best friend's mother is mad.
What did she say?
She said there's more to the story. I sent it to you, Wiley. You don't be reading everything I sent. But she said that to get to the bottom of, she said there's more to the story. That's the main thing.
Oh yeah, because
there's
I
more
see
to the
why
story.
with yours you send it, but when the pictures disappear, you gotta do it. I gotta show you the other option.
Okay.
It's another option where you
Yeah.
got to do it where
It's
I can
just
keep
like,
say the picture. But go ahead, tell me what she said.
like the old hairdresser. The old hairdresser probably if there's something that he knows, he's speaking like, okay, she hanging around this. Okay, well, who all is Megan? We see what Megan is doing. She's making moves to make money. It's all about money. These people ain't her friends, or maybe she does think they are, but even everybody's speaking out. Everybody's giving their opinion. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
and even if people don't agree or disagree, people just get their opinion. Just like we did a show about Millie My Radio. Is she obsessed with Cardi B? Everybody were making an assumption that I was going to roast and gag My Radio, and to find out a person got roasted by Mob. I didn't get roasted because I kept it real. But at the end of the day, you gave your opinion. Nobody should be upset by your opinion.
No. I love Millie. I do. I don't pick no sides, but when they come over there with the food, over here with the food, we ain't having that.
Not at all.
These are professional roasters in Wiley's chat.
Yes, and I got to get my I don't know if I'm gonna blonde my hair today and get it blonde. So it's gonna be real good.
We waiting.
I'm just debating on when I'm gonna get it blonde. But Patreon, y'all will see it first. And shout out to Patreon. We might have to do an emergency live today on Patreon, because I do got some notes and some stuff been going on. So we're gonna get into that on Patreon and stuff. So we're gonna be definitely getting into that. So I gotta make sure I let you all know on Patreon. So I gotta see what time work best for everybody today.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Wiley.
Love you. Okay. Well, they said, please don't do it blind. All right. So, but we definitely got to go on Patreon today. I got a couple of notes on here. Some stuff we got to get into. If you all miss me on Patreon, we keep the lives up. So we had an exclusive interview with Brianna on Patreon. But before we go, I'm going to read this from Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is taking a break from the radio. He posted on here, morning radio family. I've decided to take some time away from my radio show so I can commit myself to deeper, more thorough reflection and education. I will use this time to establish an action plan towards real, impactful change and advocacy aimed at bringing people together. So as you can see, he's taking a break from that. Of course, he did apologize. A lot of people were upset that he apologized, but he definitely was talking to community leaders and to some rabbis and people in the Jewish community, and they had a beautiful conversation. And the thing that what people need to understand, he have a right to apologize. So I'm gonna just say that he have a right for the greater good. If you said something that hurt a group of people, apologize. And he apologized, and we thank God that he did apologize. Also, too, I'm gonna give a special shout out to my radio for going live today, because I had to go get a checkup today, and doing good. Because when you're on prep, you have to go to the doctor, get a blood test, you had to get a swab and everything. They have to test you regularly when you're on prep to make sure that it's not affecting your body. But so I want to give a special shout out to the doctors. You all did a good job. Thank you all so very much. I cannot wait. Oh wow, we almost at 11,000 subscribers. Can't wait for Patreon. I think that's gonna be lit. Got to take me some more notes though. But some of these will be going live over there for about 4 or 5 hours. I only watch at least about 30 minutes. I ain't watching no 3, 4, 5 hour video. Not gonna happen. Thank you all so much for watching. Shout out to Millie from My Radio. Thank you for the love. Shout out to the My Radio family. It's all love over here. All love over here. All love over here. Okay? All love over here. How do you get tested on prep? Well, I just got tested again. They test your blood. They make sure everything is good. I've done this. It will be my second time this year, twice this year. And then I go back in October. So I'll go back in October as well. So they just make sure they're good. You know what I'm saying? I test everything, the front, your mouth, then your back part. You get checked, and we do good. And I'm not even active, doing anything to be a problem, but I still get tested for safety reasons, and I just love to just get tested. I think it's a good thing. And also, too, if you're in Dallas, Texas, they give you a $75 gift card with About in Prosperity. So if anybody in South Dallas want to go get tested, you make an appointment, tell them that the Wiley Show sent you, or tell them Wiley sent you. If you're in Texas, you can go to, you can find them out. Just go to About in Prosperity. You can Google them. They're in Dallas, in South Dallas. So if you're in there, you need to get tested, or something, if you need somebody in need of services, they're there with STI tests, HIV tests. They just does it. They get you on prep if you need to be on it, and also help you get your medication if you need it. All right. No, it's for women as well. It's not just for men, it's for women as well. Yeah, it's for women as well. Absolutely. Not just for men, women and men. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. Oh, I just want y'all to subscribe. Like, I want us to really be lit. Wow. I gotta find me some more content to talk about. So I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I'm gonna just play me some jams once I get off here. But I just thank y'all so very much for coming on the Wiley Show today. It was lit. Okay, it was lit. Gotta go. All right, see y'all on Patreon. Peace.